today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's an NFC West battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Taken in the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions, right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
They start the drive with Jennings. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Schultz, complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Schultz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. First down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw on 3rd down, Drummond. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Drummond. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
49ers.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Drummond. And this is going to be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, Drummond, flush to his right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Niners are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches just say, son.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
To throw on second down. Schultz caught. Kelsey left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On third down, Schultz. He dumps it off for Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll run on first down. It's Jennings. Good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield. Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
49-yard line.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on third and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's
the 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On 1st and 10, Drummond. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Back to throw. Drummond, he'll buy some time right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game. That game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And it's good to make it 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
They're on 25-yard.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
Accelerating, and off he goes. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Throwing on first down. Schultz. That'll be caught by Cup. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
A heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
The 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Drummond. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
49ers.
Now a handoff looking right. He'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, Drummond. His throw caught on the 6. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
On first down, Schultz. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Looking to throw. Schultz. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 1st and 10, Drummond looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Throwing on first down. Drummond, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. The 20, 10, and they are going to score. Touchdown, L.A.
The kicker on for the point after.
Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Drummond. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
For number 14, incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking to throw on second down. Drummond steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It's caught at the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for the Niners. 66 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Back to throw. Drummond, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Rams have got it back.
The quarterback set. A fumble on the play.
A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know that's cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Oh, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in, but it'll be second down. Throwing again. Schultz. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, Schultz. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's Jennings. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brought down right.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And his pass incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to him on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Drummond. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off it. The 28. The Rams set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Draw play. This is Henry. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball net because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 49ers.
From the gun, Schultz. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Jayon Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Schultz. He's going to go down again. Jayon Brown, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hekker now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now they try the right side here. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
This is taken at the 15. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. On first down, Schultz. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
4-yard line.
To throw again, Schultz. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Rams on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
That's good for an LA.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 1st and 10, Schultz. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Javon Kinlaw, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Schultz. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's Cup. He's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jayon Brown. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Travis Kelce unable to pull it in, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Schultz. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll roll him out right. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have... to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. A quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 7.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
First down, 49ers.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the 49ers, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Rams, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.